Alrighty, there we go. The remains of a broken bridge, long collapsed, lead to a deep chasm. The other side of the bridge pierces through the mist of far, and a chasm hanging precariously over a steep fall. Let's toss a rope and a grappling hook across the chasm. You aim for the wooden beam on the opposite side of the bridge and hurl your grappling hook across the chasm. It strikes the bridge with a solid thunk. I'm really good, apparently, at throwing grappling hooks at things because I never miss that. The hook snags firmly, digging into the wood as you pull. The rope tightens, taut and secure. You tie the free end of the rope to the wooden beam next to you. Continue. The remains of a broken brass, same thing we already read. Your rope stretches across the gap. Let's cross it. Rope tenses and vibrates as you move forward, gripping the line. Reverberating through the underground cave, the creaks of the wooden beams mark your every effort. You keep your progress slow and steady. And my throat, as always, is hoarse for some reason. Crossing is strenuous, particularly as the rope shaking grows more intense. Liquid's breathing grows labored, and Hiravia's grieving mother and Sagani begin to slow. You trying to tell me I'm out of shape, game? At last, your efforts bring you back over solid ground, and you reach the other side. I have minor fatigue now. It's coming after us. Oh, a lion.
Hey.
I can handle a lion. Don't trip on a trap, anybody.
Ready to sleep like the dead.
Grieving Mother, did you just try to auto-disarm that trap? I've never seen that happen before. I appreciate the effort.
Hey. Course.
Let's check up here first. Oop. Sagani.
What's this, Itamak?
Hey.
Arr, that's called a trap, Sagani. Excuse me.
Right.
Left. Take some shrooms. Lion clanswoman. Okay. Simple enough, and another lion clansman, my bad. Fine sword. Just an absolutely fine weapon. Yeah, you guys are gonna attack me. You probably should be bringing some enhanced gear. Hi. Well, this place has an upstairs. Now, let's see what else is going on here before we go up. Let's be thorough. Something hidden.
What's this, Itamak?
'Tis a topaz. Yeah, I'm hoping I'm hoping for a longer stream today. So I got up late.
Always something new.
Got up at like 3:30 in the morning. So I have a feeling if I go at my normal time, I'm not going to be tired. Plus, I want to make a lot of progress. Oh yeah, I should probably rest at some point. Excuse me, I didn't realize how everybody was damaged here. Also, what are you guys doing? Oh, you're terrified and frightened. There we go, get moving. These guys aren't that hard to kill. I feel as though I should not have to intervene. You guys are all grown-ups here. You should be able to handle this. Liquid, come around. Itamok, come around. That way, Itamok.
Hey.
A fatigued mind is a weakened one.
Depending on length, is it plausible you can finish the game today? However, that could be a stretch. I tend to play so slow because I read everything and I explore everything. It's probably going to take longer than a couple days.
Of course.
What I want to do... Hold up, I gotta get a drink. So my throat is not playing ball today. What I want to do is try to just knock out as many side quests as I can today. And do everything, because I'm guessing that if I go to Burial Isle, that's going to kind of move the main story along a bit.
Found something.
So I want to do everything I can do that doesn't involve going to Burial Isle. I want to knock out all the side quests that I can. Then I think I'm actually going to go back to White March and finish that up.
Hey.
And if I run into some stuff that's difficult there, it's cool. I don't mind a challenge. Then I'll come back. Burial Isle won't move the story forwards. Huh. I'll have to look and see what the next thing I do then that's like main story related. Like what the next step with the main quest is. Because I don't want to do that. It's a very obvious hole on a Burial Isle, and if you jump into said hole, will make you pass the point of no return. Ah, okay. Thick snarled tangle of dagger-sharp thorns and vines has grown across this passage. As you look on, the entire wall of vegetation seems to move, almost as if it were breathing. Thick coils of vine twist and writhe across the gap with a quiet rustle of foliage. Examine. Through the gaps in twisting vegetation, you catch brief glimpses of what seems to be a wide circular chamber. From time to time, you catch sight of tawny hides, and the rustling of the vines is briefly obscured by low growls. Must be lions. Something tells me this is probably not going to work, but I'm going to try to sneak through the living wall that can probably see me. You find a brief opportunity as two vines move in opposite directions, clearing a path, and carefully step forward. You start off well, moving carefully around and past the web of plants, but halfway through, Pelagina steps on a dry, dead branch, and a vine suddenly darts forward with unnatural speed. Darn it, Pelagina. Basically, the entrance to the final dungeon is on Burial Isle, and as long as you don't enter it, you can walk around and do whatever you want without issue. Especially considering the end of Hiravi's questline is on the Burial Isle. Oh. That's true, and I want to get his quest done, because as much as I hate to, I've got to fit Durance in my party somewhere, so I can finish his stuff up. So what I might do after I get out of this place and I finish exploring where I'm at, I may head there then and wrap up Hiravius' thing. The vines tighten mercilessly around Pelagina's leg, and the ensuing struggle shakes the surrounding vegetation, stirring it into a writhing frenzy. Pelagina finally tears their way free and limps out past the edge of the wall. You step out into the next chamber. And before I do anything else, Lion clanswoman, lion, I'm gonna rest. You guys don't mind if I sleep right in front of you, do you? That's good, that's good. Oh, you must be the lion I'm looking for. An elven woman intercepts you as you advance into the lair. Behind her is the largest lioness you've ever seen, a sleek beast with fangs as long as carving knives. The woman blocks your path to the lioness, seemingly at ease around the monster. This is Saul's domain, Estremor. She shall not leave it for Oranos or any other challenger. Why does Saul refuse to face Oranos? Oranos is welcome to confront her here, as many challengers have in the past. What the bear's supporters want is for Saul to leave her lair and fight in the open, where he has an advantage. But why should she? If Saul has an advantage here, it's one she's earned. Would anyone expect to blunt the bear's claws in order to even odds? Lord of the Hunt gives unique advantages to each. It's not for us to decide that some of them are worth less than others. The lioness gives a low growl, and Arenzi smiles. Also, Soul has recently Pardon. I'm probably going to be clearing my throat for the first half hour of the stream like I always do on Mondays. Also, Soul has recently given birth to cubs. They're small now, but when they grow, they'll be mightier than either Soul or Uranos. But if Soul is killed in combat, that bear will tear her young to shreds, such as the way of the wild. Her legacy is too valuable to perish this way. If we truly want the mightiest of beasts in the maw, then her cubs must grow to maturity. Okay, I can get behind that. I wouldn't let the bear kill her cubs or anything like that. Soul. It's been so long since I've seen Ghostbusters. What are you doing here with Soul? She looks at the lion with something between fondness and admiration. Defending the rightful champion of Galawain's Maw, Oranos' supporters would have her ousted in favor of a bear that isn't strong enough to come and seize this territory on his own. I'll deal with Oranos. Good. That bear isn't nearly as strong as Zindin and his followers think. If someone were to prove just how easily that bear could be killed, that would cure every one of their delusions about it. Hiravias glares at you with a worried smirk. I wonder what Galawain would think of all this. His great lioness gets someone else to deal with her challenger. He falls silent for a moment before becoming instantly cheerful. Now, I would love to watch someone other than me offend the secret god. I can't wait to see how he tests them for their lack of decisiveness. Excuse me. Ooh, what's going on here? Oh, hey. I was coming to talk to you at some point. Oop.
Always something new.
Broad Belt of Power. Might +2, Resolve +2. And a Potion of Major Endurance. I'm gonna put that away. Put that away for now. Hold on to that for a moment. Those away. Tiny Beetle Pet. Unique one-handed shield. I don't have anybody using a shield other than a deer at the moment. Excuse me. Actually, I don't know if anybody can actually use this belt right now. It's not in my party. I want you to keep that. I'd rather you keep that. And I want you to keep that. So we'll hold on to that. Okay. Yeah, this bear better have like a good argument. Because right now I'm siding with the lion because I don't want to see the cubs die. Hi, Mr. Elder Lion. How's it going? I'm just here to pick some mushrooms. Man, that's a fine time to discover that trap, everybody. We're walking right on top of
What's
it.
this, Itamak?
Don't
All right,
move.
all right. It's like being home with the kids.
Nobody move.
It's done.
Hey.
Oh boy. Sagani, I might have to let you
Found
walk ahead
something.
here. Actually, you know what? Lead a party for a minute.
It's done. Got it.
Oh, I didn't pick my mushrooms.
Always something new.
The mist rising from the depths feels heavy and warm. I don't know how they're not
Always something
triggering
new.
these traps. She's catching this stuff at like just last moment, I'm guessing. Alright. Let's go see the big bear. You can go back into the back now, Sagani.
Hope you're not expecting much. Hey.
Don't discredit yourself, dear. You've done good so far.
Hey.
Gonna let you step ahead here. Excuse me. Einden sighs, spinning his axe by the shaft. Too much waiting. Something's gotta happen. Soon. Oronos isn't the rightful champion.
If you stand on the side of that toothless old bag of bones, then you stand in my way.
If Saul is so weak, then why doesn't Oronos go after her? The dangers wouldn't stop a worthy warrior. Barbarian logic. Einden scratches his unruly beard. You claim truth. In my eagerness to see a new champion, my eyes miss what yours have seen. He nods and sighs. If Oronos is a true champion, he'll triumph despite his disadvantages, just like Saul always has. I'll leave Oronos to his own fate then. Alright, I handled that. Oronos looks at Einden and his barbarians leave. The giant bear rakes the ground with his massive claws and growls at you. Caverns seem to shake as Oronos charges for... What the heck are you coming after me for, buddy? Do I look like a giant lioness to you? Alright. You want to throw down Winnie the Pooh? Let's do this.
Hey.
Let's see. You think he'd want to, like, save his energy for the giant lioness he's got to deal with. Excuse me. Those in the area of effect. I'm going to try to Sunlance this fella. Grieving Mother. Dominating the target and charming all others. Let's go for it. It's a bear, can't be as smart. Itamak, go after the elder bear there. Sagani, go after the elder bear.
Need something? something?
Okay, grieving mother, get back. Wow. Did I kill all those bears already? Like, while I was setting all that up? Yeah, I did.
My mind.
Hey,
Should have saved your energy, buddy.
hey.
Clear that Uranus is only brawn and no brain, and now he's not either.
All right, then.
Choose your fights wisely. I'm going to stop back at Galloway's Shrine over here real quick to see if they have anything to say. I feel bad for the bear, too, because this game has some of the most cuddly-looking bears I've ever seen. Like, the bears look so good in this game. Any news of the bear? I've dealt with Uranus. Didn't really have a choice. You chose well. Soul's cubs will grow up to be quick and fierce, and so will the Fangs if we follow their example. She looks at the sleek lioness. Thank you for resolving this, Estremor. Do you have anything to say? No. Okay. Fang's heart. And with that, we have a quest done.
Still looking around? Watch your step. Tempers run hot around here, and not just among the animals.
Must be record time for you to have a quest done. I mean, yeah, like 5 seconds after I turned the stream on. That was quick. I've dealt with the situation between Soul and Uranus. Soul remains champion. Many of the Fangs are glad to see her stay. Perhaps it's Galloway's way of telling us to remember our roots and prize our cunning as hunters. Thank you for your help, Caird. May Galloway guide your path. Take this with our thanks. He seems to suddenly remember something. You might visit Tyr Everon to pray to the Lord of the Hunt. He sometimes grants special favors for those who prove themselves. Yeah,
Hey.
I'll be heading back there eventually. With Durance. Alright, that's taken care of. I'm gonna get up for like 2 minutes real quick and have like a little bit of yogurt to hopefully smooth my throat out a little bit. Give me a second. Alright. Greek yogurt. Good
And
for
this
you.
gash here is from when I woke.
And it can help soothe a scratchy throat. I'm interrupting you this time, Hero-Vise.
Woke up with a wolf pack trying to eat me.
There. Mauled by a bear 7 years ago.
Here, once the bull had me properly hooked on its horns, things got worse.
Get a room, you two. Alright, what did I not check in this area yet? I've been up to Nornfrost. I've been over there. I was over there. I think I was all the way over here. So let's see. Up here. Godwinter no longer communes with his own faithful, not even inside Noonfrost. I think we actually did check out all of this area. So I think I'm going to make a quick trip to Burial Isle and check that out. Skani is married. It's never stopped some people before, I'm just saying.
Hail, Estramor.
Take me across. Dorvhall inclines his head in acknowledgement. I will. Take care you do not lose your footing. These waters have a fickle temper. Yeah, but Sagani ain't a bitch. Yeah, you're right. Sagani's pretty awesome. I actually like Sagani a lot. Sagani is going to be a permanent part of the party, I think, the rest of the way through. Except for White March.
Troubled spirits surround us.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Spirits. I hate spirits. Actually, hold up. Hold the phone a bit. While I'm thinking about it. Okay, you're already going after Wilders. Can't do anything with that one. Can't do anything with that one. Enchant. Slaying spirit. Close. Slaying spirit. You're probably never going to go melee, but why not? And Sagani, you're using that soulbound bow.
Hey.
Yeah, I think she would be pretty useful too. I've just been taking Devil instead of her, primarily because she probably has a lot to say going through White March. Plus, I kind of like Devil a little bit too. Gives her a chance to stick around for a little while. One thing I like about this game is I've pretty much had opportunities to really use almost everybody for a while. Okay, go after that. Got a shadow behind us. Go after that Spectre. That's a target, single target attack. And let's use Amplified Wave for the hell of it. Do it based on Inamok. Ooh, that worked out really nicely, I guess, then.
My mind feels sharp as steel.
We've come a long way from the lighthouse when I was having all kinds of problems with these fellas. Spirits, that is. She has a very particular interaction in White March to Sagani, that is.
Hey.
This would be a fun game to go back and do over again in a couple years too, and like mix up the party that you take for most of it. Like I would run and try to get Hierovias fairly early, keep him around, do stuff like that. Because Hierovias is probably gonna, unfortunately, have to give way for Durance. I mean, I like Durance too, but I gotta make room for him in my party somewhere to get his quest finished up. And I want to keep Pelagina around because I like having that secondary fighter tank. Sis. Last Blade of the White Forge. Damage 1421 slash pierce, exceptional, plus 20 attack speed. Plus 20 attack speed. Who needs a good secondary weapon in their loadout? Plus 20% damage. Accuracy against spirit, damage against spirit. Burn damage. I actually should maybe be switching you to that for this. If we're running any more spirits, which I probably will. Enchant. Yeah, I'm not going to make exceptional. I only have 1 ruby left. Actually, wait a minute. Fast. Average. I'm gonna hold on to it for now. I might do something with it later. Scroll of Maelstrom. See if we can come down this way to get after them.
Hey.
You guys should go down fairly easily.
My mind feels...
Hey.
I remember when Pulgras were something to be feared.
Of course.
I love getting stronger in video games. I'm guessing this is going to take me up top. Probably had to climb this. You venture through a doorway into an underground tunnel. Oh, okay. I thought we were going to be climbing vines there. A staircase coils upward, leading to a dim passage. In the upper level, light filters through the collapsed ceiling. A wall of piled stones and rubble blocks away. Clear the rubble with a pry bar. You edge the pry bar against a large stone and put all your weight into it. Your efforts dislodge a boulder and it rolls free with a heavy groan. Other slabs and chunks of debris begin to break away. The massive pile creaks and rumbles, threatening to loose 1,000 pounds of stone around you. You think you would have, looked for that kind of thing before you used the pry bar. As the debris tumbles down, you lunge through the narrowing gap. However, Hierovias isn't fast enough and disappears behind the falling rocks. Hierovias emerges from a cloud of dust, hunched over and cradling tender ribs. Light breaks into the tunnel up ahead, growing brighter as you continue. Soon the passage ends, ending up high on the cliffside of the burial isle. And with a whole bunch of ghosts around me. Alright, let's deal with them first. The deer run up.
Hey.
Here, Vias, this is a tight passage. I'm gonna let you shoot some arrows for a bit. Or actually, you have a wand.
My mind feels sharp as steel.
Amplify. You're paralyzed. Die, spirits. You belong not in this world.
All right, then.
Salute this poor fellow over here. I'll take your camping gear, boots of speed, pistachios. Ooh, that's a really neat looking statue. Uh-oh. Look like people on stakes. It's a swamp lurker. Excuse me. Alright, here, Vias. I think we're actually going to do some things here. Firebug. I want to try this out because there was an enemy druid that used this on me and it completely wrecked me earlier last week sometime.
Need something?
Grieving Mother, let's do another amplified wave. As soon as it opens up, there we go.
Let's sharp it up.
Easy breezy.
Of course.
Sat and awakened root. I don't know if I've happened upon one of those before. Exceptional battle axe. I was looking for one of those a while back and I don't remember why. Flask of war paint, what's that? Plus 15% accuracy, plus 10% damage, plus 20 maximum endurance. Take that, Sagani. You seem like the kind of person that uses war paint. Iguithin Adraban amulet. Plus 3 might. Alright, I want you to keep that cape. Plus 2 constitution. I think you've got plus 2 might there. I kind of want you to keep that. Plus 3 constitution. Dexterity, intellect. Plus 3 might, you're good. Plus 9 will. This actually might go to Heravias. Because he front lines a little bit. A little bit sometimes. Let's go with that. Actually need to... I'm gonna put that on instead of Flame Shield, because this Flame Shield is more situational. Apparently I already have some war paint. Apparently I have a lot of war paint, didn't know I was picking it up.
Of course.
Oh crap. Turn around, everybody. I don't want hit from behind. Someone grab those skein bones first. You by yourself? Must have been a straggler. That or there's a bigger group down here. Lots of money. Ravenous. Pardon. Ravenous Stelgar. This looks like this is probably your deal here, Herodias. Scathden. You're a pretty cool looking dude,
Hey.
Scathden. Standing proud and still, the Amawa before you is smiling broadly, showing several crooked and missing teeth. Sporting the physique of a man in his prime, his worn and weathered face appears too old for the rest of him. He's dressed in an assortment of stitched hides and furs assembled from a motley of animals. Dangling from his belt are a series of grisly scalps, braided lengths of human, Adiran, Dwarven, and Orlin hair woven around finger bones. The Scat Man. Reminds me of that song. He sizes you up with a grin, and his gaze quickly locks with Herodias, and he tilts his head as he examines the Orlin head to toe. What do they call you, little one? You smell familiar, but your name is unknown to me. Do you commonly sniff strangers, buddy?
Rain, adept of the Hawk and Ivy, wanderer of Eretha. Too formal?
Man ahead of you clears his throat. A feline rumble comes from his chest, and for a moment his hair stands perfectly on end. Did you eat a cat? Herodias, fitting. He holds out his right hand and flexes his fingers. Long black talons sprout from under filth-encrusted fingernails. He rolls his head back and inhales deeply, sighing with a smile at some perceived scent. Needed to bring friends with you. Herodias, do you know this man? And what are you talking about bring friends with you? You got like 4 Stelgar around you. His good ear flutters as he turns to face you. Yes, his response is as much a question as an answer. He smells just like me. I mean, not as musky and virile, but he has that smell of a Stelgar sweat and rotting leaves. Either he's bathing in my urine or he's got the same gift as me. I wonder which one it could be. Scathden turns to you. His pupils dilate as he stares at you, smiling. Estremor, look closer and you will see. I have woken to his past while he remains ignorant. You allow your eyes to relax until your mind is attuned to the invisible hum of souls. The Amawa projects a dizzying display of red, gold, and orange. Autumn halos surround his massive form. Where his feet touch the ground, you see a network of roots and veins that trail from his feet and sink deep into the earth. Turning to Herodias, you see glowing roots emerge from his feet, appearing as mirror images to the tendrils radiating from Scathden. These roots of soul energy meet between the two men and snake deep into the earth in one twisted root. You sense that these men have distinct souls, but only one shared past. The two men are a splayed fork in an otherwise unbroken line. I'm not saying he isn't bathing in his urine. I mean, he opened up that possibility. It makes you wonder. You know, if we're going to explore that possibility, I think we need to think about it. We need to be considerate of it. Two of you share the same past, so you carry distinct souls. A shared past. Scathden scratches a patch of fur on his cheek. An inelegant analogy. Who was I in my last life? Who I was in my last life was diminished in my psycho rebirth, squandered so that this runt could have life. Runt. Hervias' brow furrows and he clenches his fist so tightly you hear a cacophony of cracking finger joints. And it's not your soul, it's... well, it's not exactly. His anger falters as he stumbles over his thoughts. Were you visited by the Autumn Stelgar? Visited, tested, forged. That would be the way to view it. Scott then looks at Hervias with a sneer. I previously thought it was a mark of distinction, but apparently even a half-height half-man can manage the task. It takes away some of the glory, does it not? Half-man. Hervias glares back, his good eye twitching and his fur standing on end. That's some really tough talk coming from a man about to choke on his own blood. There you go. What do you want with Hervias? Same as he wants from me, no doubt. Completion. He exhales slowly, eyeing Hervias as his nostrils flare. Galloway gifted us both with the stripes of a new predator. It is our purpose to erase the weak, ensuring only the strong proliferate. He mashes his fists together with a meaty thud. We must honor our god. He looks at Hervias' eye patch and shakes his head. My god, by doing as the Hound demands. Let us determine who bears the right to be Galloway's harbinger. Excuse me. Hervias, is this what you want? Hervias growls, his fur bristles, and for a moment shines with luminescent tendrils of yellow and orange. I asked to be a hunter, a regular hunter that gets invited to chase down dinner and eat his neck. I didn't ask for this. Whale has led you to this moment for you to understand, not to whinge. Hervias stares at you for a very long second before muttering to himself, Yes, yes, how astute of you. Whale has shown me what I need to see. His hand darts about his tunic and retrieves his rusted iron hound amulet from the recesses of his pockets. I was mad at Galloway. I should have been mad at myself. I was gifted with power, great power, and I simply squandered my energy resenting the cost of that gift. Losing contact with my tribe was the price I had to pay for demanding power. He runs his thumb across the embossed metal icon of Galloway, his nails scraping aside a decade of rust and muck. My watcher friend, his voice is low, almost rumbling. I need to settle this matter. And with that, he leaps towards Scathen. I was worried for a second. I thought he was going to be doing this by himself or something. That probably would not have ended well. Alright, Adir, you just stand in the middle and let everything come after you first. Hey. There you go. Liquid, you start hitting everything. Pelagina, you come this way. Go after him. Oh, these guys shouldn't last too long. He died fairly quickly. Let's Amplified Wave, since that seems to be my go-to spell. Hervias, this is all used, so let's start... Actually, let's move you up a little bit first. Let's start a storm. Hervias, go melee. Get this dude. Or is he dead already? Oh, he's dead already. Never mind. What a wimp.
Hey.
What a wimp. Ring of Deflection. Exceptional Hide. And a Trader's Merit Poleaxe two-handed. Plus 20 accuracy against prone, stunned, flanked enemies. Plus 10% hits converted to crits. I'm going to put that away for now. I don't really have a place for it. Hervias pants and wheezes, his one good eye locked on Scathen's corpse. Blood and sweat drip down his fur, and he rocks back and forth on the balls of his feet, as though expecting the body to stand back up. Let's examine his corpse to make sure it doesn't actually do that. As your eyes relax and your vision adjusts to the hum of the invisible, you see a swirling pile of red, orange, and yellow leaves. A cyclone of foliage flies apart, and leaves drift off into parts unknown. As Scathin's essence fades from view, you see a handful of autumn leaves circle about Heravias as his soul glows a bolder shade of orange. How do you feel?
Trial, and vanquished my equal. The only thing I regret now are the years I wasted viewing this whole thing as a curse. The ostracism was, no doubt, just another way of Galawain forcing me to be stronger.
Are we done here?
Galawain, for guiding our hunt. For today we grow strong off the flesh of the weaker. I think we're done here. I should take a reminder.
Every so often there's like almost a bug where it like starts reading the dialogue like in the middle of the dialogue. Sagani was doing that for a while. I'm actually going to read that. As he starts to walk away, he abruptly whirls on his feet, muttering. Before the vultures get to him, he walks over to Scathin's corpse and places his hand in the dead man's mouth and tugs with all of his might. Tendons and cartilage rip and tear with wet, grisly eruptions of blood until at last the mandible is torn free. Damn, dude. Figured I should take a reminder, he says with a blushing smile as he examines his blood-soaked trophy. That's kind of badass,
Hey.
Heravias. Like, that was super badass. Alright, so all we got's up here. And then we'll be through Burial Isle. Then we'll go back to Twin Elms. And unfortunately, let Heravias rest his ribs while we put Durance back in. Did not think you'd grow on me, you plucky little fellow, but you did, in fact.
You get to the bottom, holler up here. Let me know if it's safe.
A great pit lies in the shadow of the statue of Wadika. No light from the surface reaches the bottom, but even so you catch flickers of a ghostly glow in the depths. A wind from the pit buffets you. It isn't cold, but it raises goose flesh along your arms. The wind carries a whisper low and sibilant. That is the hole. We will not be jumping in the hole yet. If you jump now, you'll get the bad ending. Yeah, we definitely won't jump now. But at least we know it's there. So we're done as far as I can tell in Burial Isle for the moment. So let's go back. We're getting somewhere. Got a lot done. It's not even been an hour. Check my phone real quick. This would be one of those days where I get like a gig offer that I can't pass up or something. I don't think that'll happen, but it's nothing. What do you know of the temple on the island? Dorfhall's line face turns up towards the rest of the island and back to you. That is the court of the penitents. It is a dreaded place and one to be respected, as the gods must sometimes be feared, but must always obeyed. I'm ready to return to Old Song. Come then, I will take us back. Alright, let's go straight back to Hearthsong, I think it is, has he in. Excuse me. I think this is the inn down here. It's a very special NPC you should talk to in the inn. Do you know who it is? I may have talked to him already. Let's see. Talk to you for a minute.
Good day to you.
Like a room. I want to switch out. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Hereby, you don't have anything in your inventory, do you? Give it to Pelagina for the moment.
Welcome.
Like a room. Switch.
May Wal watch your step.
Alright, you grumpy bastard, you're back.
Hey,
Have I heard anything regarding Coles? Yeah. Yeah, I have that quest about going back to Raedric's Hold.
all right then.
I'm actually really curious about that too. That may be one of the things I take care of today. Because I'm real curious what's going on with that whole deal. I think it was that Dellum guy told me that, maybe. Was it Dellum? No, it was somebody here. But yeah, I got that quest. Since we're exploring places, let's go check out that area that's to the north of Twin Elms. I don't remember what it's called, but there's some quests that have to get done there. I actually think there might be a couple areas up there. Northwell, that's what I'm thinking of. Do a little bit of exploring.
The
Intercept.
figurine. It's glowing.
Alright, we gotta find expedition. Oh yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on here from looks of it. This place will knock out a few things. Got a wolf leader.
Hey,
Ooh, found a dead guy. Boy, you guys need a new leader. He died real quick. Twin Sting. Kill 15 enemies. Okay, deal 300 damage to frightened enemies or deal 1500 damage to enemies. Grants deleterious alacrity of motion. Plus 50 attack speed for 30 seconds once per rest. Minus 11 endurance over 30 seconds. Plus 2 move speed. Inflicts 4.7 raw damage over 4 seconds on hit. Was that always on there? Huh. It's a decent little
Hey.
crossbow. Tracks, long and shallow, head east. They're speckled with blood.
Of course.
Find a Deerwooden expedition by the Pilgrims' camp in the Northweld Wilderness. Track the expedition to the eastern edge of the wilderness. Arrows crude and fletched with bright feathers protrude from the corpse. Alright, well. Let's keep going east, I guess. The inscriptions on this altar, almost unreadable under a layer of thick moss, pay homage to Hylia. Alright, I guess we're going this way down here. Golden celery. This spear, broken in half, has ornate Glanfathan etchings along the two halves of its shaft. Wet wood shows dents stained green with moss, probably from impacts against the river's rocks. Tracks and bloodstains continue further east. Oh, who the heck are you? Over here, hurry. Swyneth hides in a tall underbrush. Twigs poke out of her hair. Chunks of dried mud cling waist-high to her leather leggings. Quiet, keep low. Take a look. She points up at the ridge. My friends are up there over the lip of the hill. What's going on? Fangs must have caught the scent and rushed the group. She begins to run her gloved fingers over her hair and stops. The pressure snaps one of the twigs stuck on her black curls. Some of my friends are still alive, but the Fangs have them surrounded. The expedition, Swyneth brings her hand back to the pommel of her estoc, or what remains of it, has taken cover in some ruins above these cliffs. The Fangs must be toying with them, or letting them starve a bit before the next attack. We need to attack, or they're good as dead. There were signs of battle at the camp. Swyneth nods, her lower lip crushed beneath her teeth. Her lower lip. I wasn't fast enough. Pox-ridden Fangs. Malgrim burned them all. How'd the Fangs get here? Swyneth looks down at her feet, shaking her head slowly. I cut a decoy pass, set false campfires, and dusted every footprint I could find. It didn't slow them much. I'll see what I can do. Swyneth nods. Maybe you could find a way around the Fangs. There's got to be another way up that ridge. She wipes away the sweat from her brow, her glove leaving behind a dirty smudge. You aren't dressed like my men. Perhaps you could try talking to the Fangs. They might not think you're with us. She grabs your hand, squeezing it. Please help. I already have enough friends to bury. Swyneth releases your hands and crouches down into the vegetation, blowing back into the brush. Alright, so I could talk to him or I could sneak. Let's go up this way and see if there's another way up this ridge. I'm not always the greatest negotiator in the world. This other pack, its belongings washed down the current of the river, gleams like a wet rock. We'll just stumble onto whatever we stumble upon here and deal with the situation as we come to it. Swamp Lurker and Forest Lurker. And Rain Blights. Rain Blights aren't bad, I don't think. I don't remember Rain Blights being bad. Grieving Mother, let's try to